Throw a rock at the rabbit, don't chase it. When we think of being successful and performing at the highest levels, we tend to think about pushing ourselves beyond our limits. As we've seen, pushing past the point of exhaustion is a losing strategy. Getting adequate rest is a critical component of high achievement. So, too, are some of the other strategies we've talked about. Carving out time in your schedule to meditate, do yoga, practice breathing techniques, or just go for a long walk. Notice that in the list in chapter 7, I didn't include doing boot camp, spin classes, or marathon training. Not that there is anything wrong with those pursuits. Exercise can be good for your health. It makes some people feel great, and it was the game changer's force most cited strategy for kicking more ass. The problem is that a lot of us are so focused on exercise that we forget about the movement. There's no question that the human body was designed to move, and that most of us don't move nearly enough. Sure, exercise is technically a form of movement, but it is a short, intense burst of movement. Sustained functional movement is not the same thing as exercise. So even though many of my guests identify the exercise as one of the most important things they do, I'm going to slightly modify that piece of advice and focus on movement. In my experience, when people focus too much on the idea of exercise, they often waste a lot of time and effort. When I weighed 300 pounds, I resolved to exercise my way out of it. I worked out for 90 minutes a day, 6 days a week for 14 months. No matter how much it hurt or how tired I was, every day I did 45 minutes of cardio and 45 minutes of weight training. The motivating and the demoralizing result was that I ended up a very strong, obese person. The truth is that the highest performing people I've coached, including CEOs and hedge fund managers, are also the type of over-exercise or train for Ironman triathlons while running companies. The result is predictable: reduction in libido, sex hormones, and sleep quality, and injuries and inflammation that often result in chronic pain that ironically lead to less overall movement. A few do put it up, but it's unusual for it to be sustainable. Once you free your muscles and joints to function as they are intended to, you'll look healthier and feel better. You'll be able to pick up your keys without cringing in pain. You'll be able to stand tall throughout the day without slumping into a hunched position by noon, and you'll finally be able to exercise effectively and do so for years without getting injured. Being able to move correctly is the foundation of any type of exercise or athletic pursuit. There is no type of exercise on earth that does not require functional movement. So, this chapter will focus on the importance of movement and what the experts say about how to exercise for the most game changing results.